Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. I'm Eli, and if you're new to the channel, today we're going to be working on this truck here. We call this truck Mater, and it's a 1960, I think, F250. I'm not too sure, but what I'm going to do, I'll just put all the models here somewhere, and you guys can read them, pause it and read all the info. But on today's video, we're going to be working on the inside, and we're going to be working on the turbos. This is in the motor is a 6.0 power stroke. But we'll go ahead and open up the hood here and take a look. Okay. This truck, we originally had it was a triple turbo setup. It was a 369 and a 372, and then a stock one in the valley. But as you can see, we already took the turbos off, and we're gonna do something different. But let's go here and look at the turbos we kind of took off right here. So this is all we took off already. We kind of already started without. We're just gonna start off right here. So this is what took all these pipes, and these are the two turbos we took off. This is the 369 and the 372. So we already got all that taken off already, off camera already. And what we're doing is we're gonna go ahead and do a compound setup instead of a triple, just to see what the difference is, if there is any. There should be a difference, but I'm not sure. We haven't driven it too much, but what we're gonna do is we're gonna try to keep the stock here, and we're gonna add this turbo right here. This is a Smedding 480. And I think we should be pretty close on horsepower, but we're gonna test that out once we fab up everything and connect everything back up, because we'll see how much with the other two turbos and the stock one in the valley, we did about around 55-ish psi's a boost, and it's pretty good. It was running pretty good. So, but just for like more simplicity, we're gonna go with the compounds and see how it runs and how it spools compared to the triples, and then I'll give you guys some feedback and see what we find out. And also, well, this is a 480, but we could do a 475 or a 480 too. That might make a little bit of a difference, but for now we'll do the 480 and then do that. So what we're gonna go ahead and do is we'll go ahead and mock up everything and then give you guys an update here in a little bit. So we're gonna go ahead and get started on it and then show you guys the results. Okay, we finished up the piping kit, or the piping done. We got it all wood up, so let's go look at it right quick, just to go over what we did. Okay, so we'll start here from the stock turbo. We went ahead and did this pipe right here. We did this bellow. We're just trying that out. I'm not sure if that worked or not, but we ran it from here. This is the stock turbo, and then we ran it here. We did the little T4 or T6 little kit. We just cut a little flange of, I think it's like 1/4 inch or 1/2 inch thick metal. Instead of buying the flange, we just did a little flange here. And from here we connected to the T6. This is a 480 from Smedding. And from here we went here, and then we did the pipe. From here we ran it a V-band, and we ran it from here up into the turbo. And then it goes here, then it has a little angled boot here, and then went into here. And then this is the other pipe coming out of the turbo. And from here we go in here, and then we go into the intercooler. And then we go over here. Coming out of here, this is the original pipe it already had. So we just left it on, all how it is right there. Just coming out of the intercooler, and then it comes over here. And then it goes into the air intake manifold, or the manifold. It goes into the air. And then for the downpipe, we had to do a custom one here. We bought a flange here that goes from 5, I think it's 5.5. And then we did it down, reduced it down to 4 inches. From here we ran it, angled it a little bit, and then we put an elbow right here, just a regular muffler elbow. And we ran it down, and then we just put a little flange or a coupler right there where the bell is, and that way we can take it out, and when we need to take out the stuff, move it out, in and out. And then we just did another 90 over there or something like that, and then we just connect it to the exhaust over there. So now that we got that out of the way, we're ready to go ahead and try it out. But one thing we always do when you do a new build or you're working on the compound situation and everything is make sure you bleed the oil. That way the turbos aren't running dry. And so we got here, before we connect this big turbo right here, what we're gonna do is we're gonna go ahead and crank the motor over without turning it on and let the water, or not the water, but the oil come out of here. And then once we see the oil come out, then we'll just go ahead and connect it, and then we'll go ahead and start the truck up, and then we'll probably go see if we can try it out and see what she does. So let's go ahead and crank it up. It's kind of wet, kind of cold water, and we don't have fender wells. So if we start driving, we're going to get full of mud. So we're going to wait till it gets a little icy, and then we'll come back. Once it's icy, then there's no water, and we don't feel no mud around, and then we'll go out for a test drive. Okay, the ground's a little bit frozen. Let's go ahead and check it out. This is kind of how much the truck smokes with the 330s when it's cold in the morning. It's just a normal little fuming action, but let's go ahead and go for a ride. Okay, let's take a quick look at here. We got everything going. Coolant's at 126, oil's at 119. It's getting there. VGT's getting there. So let's go ahead and see what she does here. Go ahead and take off. Another hit. Okay, we're getting ready here. Let's go do another hit. We got a little leak, but we'll just run it like that for now. The boot. This is the boot we blew right here. This usually is always the one that we blow. So we're gonna put it back in, clean it here with brake cleaner, make sure it's nice and dry, and retie again. And then hopefully it doesn't blow out on us again. But this is the normal thing when you reassemble everything. It usually likes blowing boots, so we'll go ahead and put it back together. Okay, let's give it another try. Okay, we're gonna go ahead and try it this time, and if it doesn't hold, we're probably gonna have to buy a new boot. It keeps on blowing the same one, so let's go ahead and check it out and see what it does. weren't able to get it running, the boot to hold on. So what we're gonna have to do is go ahead and fix that problem on the next video. So we're not gonna be able to get our full boost numbers. We got up to 50 some ish, but we were still not able. I think we still had a little more left in there. So on the next video, we'll go ahead and fix that problem somehow, either with a boot or maybe doing some custom things so it doesn't pop out and get that and figure that out. But for now, it looks like it's running pretty good and we're looking good. So the question is, do you need a compound kit? If you drive standard, yes, 100%. Even in stock mode, you do need a standard kit because every time you shift gears, you lose most of your boost, especially if it's a single. Compounds, it's able to keep it, so when you put it in next year, it comes on boost really fast. So, but for the rest of us, it does help too, and it's good for EGTs and towing and everything. But also, like if you're, you're feeling down or something, maybe, you got dumped. Not me. No, I'm good. I didn't just leave a streak over there in the road or anything. No, that wasn't me. It does help and put smile on your face. So it does help you out if you have depression maybe. But let's get away from that. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna do a quick rundown on what all we used here to make it. Because if you want to buy it, it retails for around, like All Dog Diesel sells a kit. It retails around $3,900, which is a lot of money. So most of us can't afford that. So that's why we do this cheap version. It's not as nice and it's not as sealed as the original one they sell, but it's still. So I'll go ahead and I have it written down here, and I'll go over all the stuff that we got. So for start, we'll start off with, we got about 890s. These are 3 inches. You could probably go a little bit smaller, but for the pipes, we'll go with 3 inches. And we got about 890s. It's about $80 on Amazon. Amazon has pretty good deals there. Then we got 4 45s or 8 45s or 4. You could go either way. So we did about $60 for that. Then 2 pies that like 90s that come in pies. They come in the set like a 5. So we got 2 of those for $60. Then we got 30. We're gonna use about 30 inches of straight pipe. Mild steel is the cheaper one. So we went with that, and it's about $30 for that. Then for the T6 kit or the flange, we just got a 10x10 half-inch steel for this. You could get, if you don't want to do this custom welding, you could get just a T6 flange and then just custom weld some metal to it and stuff. But either way, it's about $20. We just got it from the steel place, so that's kind of cheap. And then that's that. Then the next thing up here is going to be the flange here. This is a 5-inch V-band flange with the flange that goes to 4 inches. You guys are probably going to end up using 3.5, maybe 4, depending on how you come in. You guys are probably going to come in, if you got the factory 6, so you're going to go out through here and then come in just over the frame rail over there. This one, well, plenty of room everywhere, so this one's a custom situation. The next thing we're going to go on is going to be the air filter. Black Tie Fab has I got this one from Amazon for like $90, but you could get one from Black Tie Fab. They have a pretty nice one there too. And then let's go ahead and we're going to go with the turbo oil drain fitting, which is this piece right here. That one. And then we'll show you guys here in a little bit over there how it looks. And then we're gonna do with the oil, the glow plug drain fitting, which is this piece right here. It's gonna be $80. It's a really small piece and it's expensive, but it's really nice because you don't wanna take the pan off and weld it and then have it leak and stuff. So it's expensive, but it's pretty nice. Then we got the drain hose. This one, it's $130 for this, and it's right there. and then the oil, and then this is the glow plug delete, which is $50. This one right here, and this goes wherever you're gonna put your glow plug here. You gotta take the original glow plug because it has a point, and then you're gonna put the fitting in there. That way it can actually drain. So we took the glow plug out, and then it has a delete right there. And then this is how the hose fits. So it fits pretty good. I like how it's a little expensive, but it's worth it because it's a nice clean situation. The next thing we got is gonna be the oil feed kit line, which comes from Black Tie also. This one right here, it has a little cap that goes here, but I already had a little fittings here, so I just connected to that. I didn't use the kit that came. It's just this hose. And the hose kit line is 170. And then it goes from here to over here, and then it goes in there. The front part of the oil cooler right there, it's a test port. So you just take the little thing that it has there and then connect the hose to it. So that works pretty good right there. And then let's see what else we got going here. And then we got the V-band. This is the 4.21 V-band flange kit. It comes with the V-band, and then it comes with the flange to 3 inches. And that's about $20, so that's not too bad. And that should cover it. And then also the next biggest one is going to be the turbo. This one is a S480 from Smeding, so it runs about $1,000, depending on if you want to upgrade it to billet and heavy duty, then price starts going up. But if you want to get a good deal, you could probably just look on Marketplace, maybe get a good deal, a used one, and that'll bring your cost down. And then the other thing that I didn't add, but it's optional, depending on what you have. If you have an 03, you already have a good pipe. But if you have an 05 and up, you're probably gonna have a plastic pipe here, which does not work. It'll work for a little bit, but you're gonna have to get either go to the junkyard and get an 03 one with the boots and stuff, or custom make one and weld it up. So just have to figure that out. A little extra for this pipe. And then okay, bye. Okay, so we added it up, and the total comes out to around 1,695, which is still cheaper than if you buy the whole kit, but we'll just go ahead and round it up. It's gonna cost around $2,000 in material, supplies, and getting everything by the time it's said and done. And if you can weld it, then that's good. Then you just weld everything up. Oh, and the other thing I forgot to mention is this. The bellow is probably optional. We're just trying it out, see if it helps. Because when it gets hot and cold, it moves around, and then usually it likes twisting where the pipe connects to the turbo, but that's optional. So I didn't include that. That's optional either way. So if you have a buddy that welds or something and you can get him to help you out, then yeah, that's the way to go. But it's not one day, it's gonna take a couple of days. So just in case you need it the other day, probably don't do it. Get some time, get a full week off. That way you're not ordering parts and stuff. So I think that should cover it in case you want to do it. That's how much it costs. So, but yeah. So now I think that'll do it for this video, and I guess we'll catch you guys on the next one.